years ago, 2021, and the biggest jump is personality, and just myself as a person. Um, I'm really in this debacle right now in understanding kind of what I want. I'm at the end of my high school journey. I'm at the end of my primary education, um, in which high school, middle school, etc. I used to post videos on to my YouTube account when I was in elementary school and stuff, like just messing around with my friends or playing Destiny, etc. Whatever. And here I am. I'm a senior. I have quite literally 30 something days until I graduate, until I'm done, and then I get into college, which that's a whole different journey. That's a whole different thing. But it's kind of insane. It's weird to think about. It's really interesting to think about, and it's fun to know. Blat. And with that being said, so many things have changed. Like, I think one of the biggest things that I really was gonna talk about was my relationship with my partner. I never thought I was gonna be gay, and here I am. got a pretty, I have a pretty great partner. His name is Ethan. Hope I didn't just name drop him, but he he's great. I mean, I'm more the clingy type, and I can go on a whole tyrant on how great he is, etc. But that's not the point of this video. It's more of understanding. I think our relationship. That's what I really wanted to get in here. Um, Man, relationships are tricky. They are. I'll say this. They are tricky. They are really something. I never. I really thought when we first started dating, it was it was like blissful. Um, we'd hang out every weekend, talk every day. Excuse me, talk every day. Um, you know, Voice call, etc. And that was great. That was great. And then after these 3 4 months, uh, that's kind of stopped. And it's like it's not a matter of like, oh, it's became less and less, and oh, we're just going past that phase. It's this part in which yeah, it's dwindled. It's definitely stopped. But also, um, I feel like the love is going away. This person makes me happy. This person, they're truly, I can't put into words how great this person is. But I think I'm at a confusing point in which I can't really be too clingy, which is weird. It's so weird to think like I can't be too loving, and maybe I am too loving. I must admit, like sending a good morning message every day, even when he may not, or sending a hi, um, wanting to talk, wanting to call. Like yesterday, we went to a theme park yesterday, and you know, I was really dumbed out. I was really bummed out that we weren't really romantic, and I mean that's okay. Um, but I think the trickiest part for me in this situation is understanding, you know, when is it too much? When is it love bombing? When is it excessive? And I'm not saying this as an excuse or like a way for me to, oh, it's not my fault. No, it's totally my fault. It's my own wrongdoing, and I accept that and I understand that. But it sucks really mainly because, like, dang, this is really the first, this is that teenage love people were talking about on message boards, or teenage love that I would read in, a book called Heartstoppers, shit like that. And, you know, I really wanted to I put so much effort into this, thinking that, oh, I'm gonna get so much back. When that's unrealistic, I think, oh yeah, look at my stupid character. um, Even when I know that, like, that's really unrealistic. That's really unrealistic. Because, again, like, I'm really, yeah. Um, and, with that being said, it's hard because I'll overthink. I'm like overthinking final boss crazy, because he can't reciprocate. I think he doesn't love me, or he doesn't want to hang out, or he doesn't like me, etc. Sorry if you hear my PC. It's like trying to run this game, which I have a good PC, but I don't know why it's doing that. Um, I'll overthink like crazy, and I'll think the worst, which is not healthy at all for me or him because it definitely, you know, overspills onto him and what I do for him, and yeah. It's just I'm at this mental roadblock now of what do I do? How I mean, yes, of course, I think I'm gonna plan on dumbing it down, but you know, when does it become so little that it's not love anymore and we're just acting like friends? Because what I really like is the whole aspect of us dating, of the romantic things that come with it, dates and kissing and holding hands or etc. But it becomes it becomes like it becomes hard to think like, oh, if I gotta stop dwindling this, like, is it gonna lead to us breaking up? And that's maybe me just overthinking, of course. But I feel like maybe it's not an overthink, an overstatement, because currently in our situation right now, he's not really the most initiative. I'll say. He's had his own problems, and he's in an environment. Well, not an environment, but he's had past, troubles and experiences that have, unfortunately, made him a bit less, let's say, initiative or understanding or compassionate, etc. Uh, yeah, and you know, I think I went into this relationship knowing that, and I really understood like, hey, that's okay. I'm gonna be here no matter what. I'm gonna help you get over this. I'm gonna help you be a better person, etc. And when this happened, or when with this thought in mind, it sucks knowing that it could lead to us having to break up, and that sucks because that's the last thing I want. Genuinely, no matter what, that's the last thing I want for us to to happen. Not even because not even because of the aspect in which like, oh yeah, we're breaking up, but in the aspect in which like I'm gonna lose him. I'm gonna lose the ability to assist or be his crutch, or and not in a narcissistic selfish way, but like genuinely, comparing him to now, he's grown so much, and I feel as if like maybe I've been a benefit, maybe I've been some sort of help, and I hope I have. And continuing to be together to help him throughout this hard time, throughout these hard times, plural, in the future, expecting or whatever happens. I just want to do that. That's why I want us to be together. And of course, for the selfish romantic love, etc. Blah blah blah. But you know, I think just with that being said, I try to run that guy over, but that sucked horribly. But with that being said, I don't know what to do. I I don't know. The future is really rocky, I think, with this. It was really bright at the start. I thought we were gonna. Oh, just. I thought we were gonna date, or I thought we were gonna move in together. um, I thought we were gonna move in together. I thought we were gonna, you know, do a lot of things. If you heard that was him texting. He just responded after like an hour. Lol. No, I thought we were gonna move in together. He even mentioned like thoughts of marrying, and I'm like, wow, yeah, like yeah. And man, it's just it's like it's really worrying too because, man, I just want to help. I really just want to help him and be a better person, and I know he can because in this short amount of time, the progress he's made, like I'm so proud of him. I'm so happy, and I'm so glad. He's moved and excelling. He's working on stuff academically, or he's working on stuff professionally with his job, etc. I know we're seniors, but I mean, still, I mean, it's a great accomplishment that I'm very happy for him. I have a smile on my face thinking about it. But yeah, I keep sounding like a broken record, but I really do hope something changes and something happens, and maybe I'll make another video diary, just saying what happens in the next month, or this summer. And yeah, so that's kind of my whole situation. with him, and I'm sure it will get better. Despite having hard times, rocky times, I'm always gonna be hopeful for the best. So I'm gonna be patient as well. Uh, but I do think my own problem, my own flaw is I overlook a lot of the things I do for him and how overwhelming that is. I am I'm, I am really clingy. I feel like obsessive. Maybe that's a bit of my problem. That is a problem for me. And I'll show lots of love and almost like it's love bombing when I don't want to. I It's the last thing I want. So yeah, I'm gonna work on it. I think I'm gonna talk with him later because we're gonna watch some Walking Dead and hopefully yeah. Moving forward, rest of my life is kind of interesting. I was accepted into a really great college called Claremont McKenna, and uh, you know, I think this year was 8.4 acceptance rate. I was one of not to brag, but like, you know, I was one of the only students who got into such a prestigious college at my high school, and everyone else is going to these public schools and etc. And I'm not no diss towards them. I'm just saying that in a way like hard work pays off. Um, Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be able to attend because da 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 tuition. Tuition sucks. Tuition's like at first it was $73,000. 73, that's a crazy amount. Uh, and then after, they only gave me like a $20,000 grant, $25,000 grant. So the original price was like 90, 90 something. And after some bargaining, I was able to get it down to like out of pocket we would have to pay like 40. But that's still a crazy price. That's still and my dad can only afford so much, and my mom is already in a hard, tough financial situation, and it sucks. But as much as it does suck, and as much as I worked my butt off for this point, um, great GPA, great extracurriculars, national awards I have. Um, I'm gonna make the best of my situation of where I go, and I'm expecting to go to my local community college for 2 years and then transfer to the public state college, which University of Florida is really good. And by the way, so I mean, I'm not complaining, but yeah, it sucks. I think I've gone over the moping and dwelling. Oh my god, let me actually call these cops off because it's getting annoying. Lester, there you are. Do 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 do. Remove wanted level, please. There you go. Okay. So, yeah, it sucks. It sucks because uh, you know, I really wanted to attend. The college actually flew me out in October for an event, and I was able to go, and it was great. It was so cool. Um, and yeah, it was just great. And they flew me out. Every expenses paid. I have the numbers of admissions officers and financial aid officers, but unfortunately, just after everything, just not gonna be able to attend. But I think, you know, from this, I'm taking away. I'm not really religious, but I do think this is my own cope. If people for people who are religious and believe that God opens doors, that you know, you tell your plans to God and He laughs, that kind of thing. But I do think this is some sort of like this is a redirection, and I've done the best. I've done everything good, and I've stayed out of trouble. I kept my grades good, and all I gotta do is just keep that up, and no matter where I go, no matter the situation, it's gonna go well. It will go well. I will be rewarded in some way, shape, or form for the stuff I do, and yeah. So that's a weird conclusion to that whole topic, but I guess onto the topic of like dynamics of high school. High school is really interesting. High school is really weird, especially dynamics. I'd say I'm more of like a. You know what? I'm just gonna be honest. I'm low key kind of like a loser. Nah, I'm not a loser, but I don't really talk to many people, especially now. I used to talk to a lot of people back in. I'm an extrovert. It's not like I try to hide anything or I'm trying to be corny or try to be like emo depressed. No, no, not at all. I just, you know, I had a friend group that was a grade above me, and we were really close. I mean, super close. We hang out, etc., and blah blah blah. But after sophomore year or after junior year, when they what do you call it? When they did the crap, when they graduated, or junior year, after junior year when they graduated, I had no one else. I relied a lot of my senior friends, and look where that got me. I'm second quarter, second semester into senior year, and I really don't talk to many people. At lunch I sit alone in my car and just scroll through Instagram. But maybe that's just a me problem. I'm an extrovert again. Like I love to talk to people. Maybe I won't go out of my way to make a conversation with someone I don't know. Oh shit, there goes my controller. But I'm always gonna try my best. If someone talks to me, I'll talk back. I'm not gonna be weird. Um, and it sucks because this friend group, I don't see them much. I really don't. At school I don't see them much. At yeah, I mean at school I don't see them much. I don't see them at all. Outside of school, even though we all live in this, excuse me, although we all live in the same town. Uh, oh my God, burps. Although we all live in the same town, we don't hang out much, and it sucks. I've known these people for years, and like since the elementary school, early elementary school, third, second grade, and our dynamics have definitely shifted. Our perspectives on each other have shifted. Our personalities, etc. And I feel myself drifting away from them. I brought it up, being like, "Yo, I think we're washed, guys," or "Hey, I think like genuinely we're changing," and they're like, "Bro, what the hell are you talking about?" Blah blah blah, as if we're not. That kind of sucked because I was getting whop. Sorry, I was getting yelled at. I don't like getting yelled at, so. But it's weird. It really is weird because you'll be friends with people for a long time, and then the smallest shift in a dynamic or a friend group just leads to you guys not being friends anymore. And I'm in a bit of predicament right now in which I don't really have many friends. I have my partner, I have my you know maybe a couple of people I talk to in class, but besides that, I don't really hang out with everyone outside of school. Besides my old the friend group I'm still kind of part of with those senior friends, but we barely hang out. So um yeah, it's weird. It's weird, and I don't know what to do there. I feel like overall I'm at a mental roadblock for my relationship, for friends, for family, even for college, and I don't know what to do. I feel like I've exhausted every option. I've thrown every dart at the board, and just to see what sticks, and it doesn't seem like any are sticking. Which is okay. Maybe I just gotta get a new board. um, and I'm gonna get blown up, aren't I? Oh man, please, thank you. And yeah. So I don't know for the future. What the future holds, I don't know. I'll never know. Um, all I can do is just hope it it goes well, and just do the right stuff, do the right things, keep my grades up. Be a nice person, be responsible, etc. And I continue, and I plan on doing that, and that's just me naturally. So I don't think that's gonna change. But you know, it's it's weird. It's a weird time, and it's a lot of emotions that I didn't think I would feel in such a short amount of time. And to experience this is a blessing because I know I'm gonna grow from it, and I know I'm gonna learn from it. In a year's time, I'll look back on this and be like, wow, yeah, I definitely changed. Like, oh, I'm definitely way better. Yoink. Um, uh, but you know, again, time will only tell. Time will only, you know, be able to tell me if whether or not I did make the right decisions, and in a year's time, if whether or not I did do the right thing. I keep going the wrong way. I'm so stupid. And etc. So, you know, what the future will hold for me. Again, I don't know. Do the right things. Keep being myself. And don't let anybody change that. But I'll say this though. I'll say this though. Last remark. I am worried. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I am worried. Um, I'm sure. I feel like that's kind of a warranted response, or anxious, or scared, etc. I guess all of those feelings of the future. Um, because again, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what can happen. I don't know how to proceed with this. How to proceed with my relationship with my partner. What to even do to keep it going, or if it's just kind of destined to fail. What to do with school? I mean, of course, stay good, but mainly dynamics within school, like friend relationships. What do I do? I'm worried for that, and I'm worried I might do something stupid. I might do the wrong. I'll say the wrong thing to my partner, say the wrong thing to my friends, um, etc. And I hope that doesn't happen. With all due honesty, I just hope that doesn't happen. Because I love I love all these people. I love my partner no matter what happens. I love my friends no matter what happens. And it would suck if all that, I wouldn't say go to waste. No, it definitely wouldn't go to waste. But all that goes away. So not this isn't really an advice video, but it's just more of me talking and yapping for 30 something, however long this video is, and also playing GTA. Uh, I hope I can look back in this in 6 months, a year time, be like, yeah, you know what, he was wrong. Everything does, um, everything does turn out well, etc. So we'll see, we'll see. And if you are watching this and you made it and you actually watched the complete thing, thank you. I appreciate it. Uh, so yeah, peace out. Come back later or whatever.